What's on your mind this moment? If you're feeling lonely, and you can implicitly feel its corrosive effects, I would prioritize finding good company to spend quality time with more than any other need in your life right now. Yes, more than food. More than money or a job. More than sleep. Loneliness is the silent killer. It will devastate your health, both mentally and physically. There was a study done several decades ago that concluded mammals require love and support more than almost every other basic need. Researchers presented monkeys with the option of food and water in a sterile concrete cage, or the option of a loving, warm caregiver but no food source. Overwhelmingly, one by one, the monkeys chose the option of a loving, safe, warm environment, something that modeled a mother, at the expense of food. If you think loneliness is a negligible issue that will take care of itself once you get everything else figured out, you're wrong. Having good friends who support you, being around people who you love and respect, or having a good family that looks out for you is paramount to your health, and I would encourage you to do everything you can to get it. Now, for a lot of people, that's a tall order. Social anxiety is real. Isolation is real. Toxic families exist, and not everyone was born into the right conditions that gave them a tribe and a community to fall back on. So if you're struggling to find a tribe, that's totally normal and valid, and it's not a reflection of your worth. I just signed the lease for my first apartment and actually my first place on my own. I'm absolutely terrified. Finding an available place that was relatively cheap but still not in the worst part of town was a challenge. And my anxious ass can't help but stress out and worry before I've even moved in. I'm already worrying about things that haven't happened. And frankly, might not ever happen. Wait, I meant to just agree with the fact that apartments are very much expensive. Sorry I vented a bit up there. I wish you luck and hope you find a great apartment for a reasonable price. I'm gonna offer you some unasked for advice, but try not to think your life is going to start at some future point. If you tell yourself, I'll only be content once I achieve this or that, it can often be a disappointment once you achieve it. I did this with moving out of home and getting a boyfriend. They didn't quite make me as happy as I thought they would. I actually cried when I moved out because I thought I'd be much happier than I was once I actually did it. In my humble experience, I've found life is more enjoyable when you find smaller things that make you content or happy each day, even if it's a good show to binge watch or a game you like or a walk outside every day. I'm pretty content now and just take it day by day. You may be completely different, but that's what I've found with several years in as an adult. My wife and I went through this. I'm so sorry it happened to you. And whoever else was involved in the pregnancy. Our hospital did a memorial service for people/families that had miscarriages. I think it helped provide a little bit of closure. But I still cry thinking about it sometimes. My wife had it harder than me. So I tried to be there to support her. At first I thought I had to be the steady, strong presence, but she needed to know I was grieving with her. It was sort of comforting for her when I told her how I broke down sobbing in Walgreens picking up the meds for her. It was bad, snot falling down, full choking sobs, so she knew it wasn't just her who was really struggling to come to terms with what happened. When you are ready, I do think it helped her to talk to her close friends about it, and other women who went through the same thing. Feel free to reach out if you need to. Skin pockets. I reached into my skin like it had pockets and now I can't stop thinking about it. Imagine, having pockets that you could put almost anything in. The sound of your ass cheeks could really clap. You can choose the placement and everything. You could never get robbed unless you were naked, and even so, they would have to try real hard to find something. People talk about the clap of your ass cheeks, but you could put bells in your skin pockets and every step you'd take, they'd jiggle, and that could be your mating call. Just a thought though. My GF of 5 years cheated on me, left me broken from the inside out. 2.5 years later I met the girl of my dreams. Have 2 kids and a happy home, with the best friend I've ever had. It's crazy how fast you can move on when you find your person. My ex and I weren't happy and it took all of that heartbreak and soul searching to figure that out. It wasn't meant to be and I couldn't be more grateful for her cheating on me to have my kids and wife. You will get there. What's meant to be will be, my friend. Just keep going. I really just want to die. I don't want to commit suicide, just not be here anymore. I feel worthless. My ex left me 7 months ago out of nowhere and is already 4 months pregnant by her co-worker. I work a dead-end job that's about to lay 300 plus people off to move us to Mexico. Yay capitalism. I do the same mundane shit every single day. Hobbies have no more interest for me and I'm not social enough to go out and have a good time. I end up sitting alone in a loud crowded bar most of the time. I was feeling similarly yesterday at my job. Started to cry a little too, and when my manager asked how I was, I straight up told her not well and walked away and she was shocked. She didn't look at my face to know I was feeling down. And today my other manager asked how I was and I told her not well, and she actually seemed concerned, which made me feel a little better, because it was someone acknowledging a problem and she even asked if she could help in any way. It's my birthday, so existential crisis day. Anniversary of me fucking for the first time, so a lot of memories of that. Got messaged by my ex so that 2 different lass hopefully see her credited on some movies soon. Apparently, my other half just not able to be a functional human being and working out what to do with her now that we bought a house together. How to fix the problems with said house. How to get back to the gym and feel good about me again. The beard trim earlier helped with that after 3 months without a razor or time to look after myself. I'm a millennial that sucks with computers because of an idiot principal that decided to yell at the one teacher that was trying to teach us how to use them because it wasn't on the state standards test. Then we were expected to know how to use them in HS, so we all had to essentially teach ourselves how they worked, yet my idiot sister gets a free iPad at school yet can't seem to fucking count change. Y'all IT people need to get paid more. Can't count the times I've been embarrassed to ask for help and y'all still saved my ass without complaint. My son, he was 8, an avid bug hunter, outdoor enthusiast and amazing little human. He hasn't been gone long. But today I just found out that the cemetery next to the lake, his favorite spot, has a place for his ashes, no charge. They gave him a park bench the other day and the peace and his presence made me want to ask. It feels right. When I was there with my daughter I smiled, I felt comforted like he was there. I can't wait to bring him there. Wish I could now, but this destroyed me financially, and as pathetic as it is, a tank of gas is out of reach. But I put in for some extra shifts and hopefully soon. I feel like this is a new start and I'm ready to spread his light for all. Because he had such an impact and everyone gained the best angel. I'm thinking about how proud I am of my daughter for working so hard to finish her chores tonight. I told her we would go to the farmer's market and get lunch at our favorite brewery tomorrow if she mops the floor in the morning, so she spent the evening after we got back from the dog park dusting, sweeping, and vacuuming the house. So we'll get up tomorrow, walk our dog, mop the floors and hit the door. It should be a good time. The brewery is launching its Oktoberfest menu and I'm excited to try schnitzel with their very good Marzen. She's just excited to get out and see the world with me, and I'm grateful for that. I've been working at the same office doing the same job for the past 10 years and I just accepted a job to do full-time teleworking from home, doing basically the exact same thing for the same pay and benefits. I'm scared, excited, a little stressed out. On the one hand I don't like change. But I need it. I so freaking need change. I feel stagnant, burnt out, and just ready to move on. Plus, no more front-facing customer service. No coworkers. No office politics. No commute. At least none of that in the traditional sense. Plus I'm such a damn homebody. Being at home, in my little cocoon. My little private pocket of warmth and safety in the world. Earning money from my luxurious office desk in my living room, which is parked in front of my big bay window with lots of sunshine. Sliding glass door open for fresh air and a cool breeze. Birds singing in the trees outside. It's not attention seeking and emo. You have friends and a family to even think about, so there's your first huge positive. If you hate your personality, work hard on yourself. There's so much you can do as we're constantly growing and developing each day. Simple things like starting a daily routine or complimenting someone or doing something nice without seeking anything in return. Or more bigger things like volunteering once a week or starting a new hobby, or learning something new that interests you. And as for your mind, and I'm just presuming here, you could go to a doctor. My doctor was absolutely lovely when I explained the way I felt, and put me on medication that same day that sorted it. Why is shit always so hard? Motivation to work at a job I hate because I want to leave the state I grew up in cause I'm sick of being around people. Why are both romantic and platonic relationships so difficult? Why don't I care to really maintain those connections? What the fuck is the point of all this shit if I have to die in roughly 70 to 80 years and I've wasted almost a third of that slaving away at jobs I don't care about to pay for shit that's criminally expensive just to maintain so I can be the literal bare minimum of comfortable? Life has beautiful moments that I truly enjoy, I just wish most of it wasn't spent shoveling up all the bullshit that seems to happen more often than the good. Really good friends with a girl who is getting out of a toxic relationship and we have both expressed feelings for one another but only want something after we're both in a good state of mind and figured things out. We are staying as friends until we have everything sorted out. So happy when I spend time with her and it's like she's my missing piece. Actually insane how deeply we connect. Literally have never felt this kind of genuine connection with anyone. It just feels like the most right thing in the world. When you know, I guess you just know. It's an awesome feeling and I'm glad to at least be able to verbalize it. A situation that just happened to me. So I was on Instagram when a girl messaged me saying hey you're cute. I was surprised but I'm taken already, so I said hi thanks but I'm taken sorry. She said to me that my GF didn't need to know and I declined again. She ended up calling me a small dick so I just unadded her. About an hour later her BF asked me why I was texting her, so I showed him the SS of the conversation and said that I feel bad for him. The guy then insulted me a bunch just like the girl did, so I blocked him after calling me a lick arse. Sorry for bad formatting. I'm on mobile. I can't believe it's over, even if it's by my choice. He was one of my best friends. It was so good when we were able to get together. I honestly thought we felt the same, even though things had been changing and dying on my end for a while. Things took a wildly sexual turn from him that became near constant, and he lost the sweetness I miss so much. His honesty changed from sharing himself, and his life, to becoming defensive when I found out things he was hiding. Then the moment I can make the effort to see him more, he suddenly have too much of his plate. And he can't do this, he don't want any kind of relationship, of which I wasn't offering. And he's liked me a lot, but love is on a whole different level. This from the one I truly thought wanted me fiercely would always be true. Guess even the nice ones turn out to be someone's villain. A girl I've been chatting with says she doesn't think this will work. Based on her comments, I should be asking more questions, and showing more initiative, suggesting date ideas. On the other hand, I quite enjoy listening during our conversations, and I am a wee bit shy to hang out at multiple places with coveted situations. I can ask more questions, and be more forward. I admit and have shared that I have been a little preoccupied with other things the past couple of weeks and will be for the next few days. Overall, I am not sure if I am ready for a relationship, or if I am just not too enthusiastic about this person to work on addressing these items. That I have to quit my highly toxic job for my own good and mental health. My recent ex works there. She and her friends slandered my name and reputation, lying about how toxic I was when in reality it was the other way around. She is dating an ex-friend of mine, also from work, whom I used to confide with, tell him everything I went through with her. She has BPD and was very abusive with me. I have ways to prove it's not the way they say it is, but at this point I don't think I care anymore, but at the same time I'd like to have revenge, report a lot of things I know about them to the manager, or see karma do its job. A lot happened and I honestly wish some justice or something to happen. Last week I became homeless and have been living in my car. Yesterday on my way back from one of my jobs my car died. Still waiting on my paycheck to come through as I just started a new job and don't have any money. Today I bumped into someone that offered me a beautiful house to live in rent-free for as long as I like till I find somewhere else, and just found out I was left a lot of money in a family member's will. A few days ago I nearly took my own life. Today was the first time I haven't cried myself to sleep in a long time. It's 5:40 am and I can't sleep due to the overwhelming relief. Keep your head up and try to stay positive, things will work out. 3. I have a rat with a case of bumblefoot. It was looking better, but now the sores are swollen again. He isn't having problems moving around and I'm treating it with Glucota and oral antibiotics, but he's had it for like 2 months now and it just won't go away. Money's tight and I'm worried that he needs surgery to drain the sores. One of his cage mates passed away suddenly with the same sores on his hind feet and I'm scared to lose him too. His twin brother is totally fine. I keep their cage clean, it's plastic trays, not wire, so I don't know how or why they got bumblefoot in the first place. I'm tired and I just want my boys to be okay. I'm tired of feeling alone, tired of sleeping in the living room by myself. Tired of feeling sick every time I go to work. Tired of trying to juggle working and going to school. Tired of people tolerating my presence rather than wanting my presence. Tired of liking someone who has no real interest in me. Tired of being broke all the time. Tired of never experiencing anything. Tired of feeling like I'm in over my head. Tired of not knowing how to fix or manage any of it. Tired of feeling shitty because I can't do anything to help those I care about. Tired of not having the power to help. Tired and tired. I am currently thinking about how language classes in schools shouldn't really be mandatory, as some schools have it, and instead a choice for the student to make. If the person actually wants to learn the language, then the classes might help as a stimulation as well as involving motivation. Though on the other hand, if the person does not want to go, but has to, or otherwise is being forced to, the person will not feel like learning the language, as it won't create any sort of connection with the student, as well as if they are learning a different language, it will shorten that process as well. There are many more reasons I have in my head, but I am just going to leave it at that. Made a throwaway to post this. Right now I'm thinking about the future of my relationship with my girlfriend. I love her, she treats me fairly well and seems to genuinely care for my emotions, but I feel like she puts a lot of pressure on me with my career. She wants me to join the military so she can be a stay-at-home wife and never have to worry about working. Right now she lives with her parents, doesn't pay any kind of bills, and barely works. Granted, she does go to school full-time, but on the other hand I work 50+ hours a week and take 3 university-level classes. I do care about her, but sometimes it feels like I have a huge burden to exceed in life because she doesn't have any drive to do things herself. I hate conflict, and the dumb part of my brain thinks I should just suffer through it instead of talking about it. Edit, I should have clarified a little bit more. Her reasoning for the military was housing and other expenses being paid for, so we would only need a single income. Some girl just walked up to me and said hello on a busy sidewalk. She was a solid 10. My immediate gut reaction was that something bad was about to happen to me, because there's no reason for a girl that hot to beeline towards me, so I said hi and scurried away. About a block later I hear some guys talking like, damn, that girl just walked up to some guy she didn't even know to get away from me. That's when I realized she wasn't trying to somehow rob me or something, but she needed help and I was too dense to realize it. Now I feel like a scumbag. At least even approaching me seemed to have been enough to get these guys to back off.